Curtis, and I'm from Cleveland, Ohio. I'm 35 years old.
My name is Jeremy King. I'm 30 years old. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio.
My name is Dan Fowler. I'm 25 from Cleveland, Ohio.
Well, before coming to the Ohio Valley Teen Challenge, my life was just consumed in alcoholism. You know, I drank every single day. I needed it to function. I needed it to even get out of bed physically. And the result of that was me losing my job, you know, getting kicked out of my house. And I was actually living in my truck for a while and ended up at a homeless shelter for more than 8 months just because I could not stop drinking by myself.
Even at a young age, my life was plagued by addiction. You know, started out with light drug use and partying, social, and eventually ended up with a full-blown heroin addiction. I lost everything that was near and dear to me in my life. I destroyed everything I touched. 13 and a half months ago, before I got arrested and was placed here, I was living on a sidewalk outside of a library in Painesville, Ohio, and I was absolutely consumed in darkness, and I needed a way out, and I knew that everything I had tried before did not work.
I was in a dark world of drug addiction and depression. I was raised being shown that I could numb any physical or emotional pain temporarily with drugs or alcohol. It turned into just a spiral of drug abuse, into the point where I needed it just to get out of bed in the morning. I didn't care anymore about life. I had 12 seizures in 2 years, fell and lost most of my front teeth, and I had 18 staples put in the back of my head. And I truly didn't care anymore if I lived or died, and that's just what it was.
Well, he showed me that I couldn't stop drinking by myself. I needed him. I needed his love to help me through this situation. And finally, once I cried out to him and I gave my drinking up to him and started pursuing him, he took it away from me, and he showed me that there's a better way to live. He showed me that there's a more positive way to live. And only through Teen Challenge is how I found out, because before I had no relationship with God, and they taught me about a relationship with God, and I stand firm on that today.
And that's where God came down and saved me from. No matter what situation you're in, He can come down there and pick you up and save you from that situation. It's so fitting that KD's here, because one of these things he said that he was quoted as saying was, you don't have to be great to make the first step, but you have to make the first step to be great. And that's something I live by every single day since I heard that. And I just don't want to go back to that life I used to live. And I appreciate you guys for having me on.
Well, as I said before, everything that I destroyed has been restored. I'm now a father again. I'm restoring my relationship with my 2 daughters. I have a 9 and 6-year-old. My mother, whom I stole her wedding ring, actually invited me into her house on my first pass, and I hadn't been there in 2 years. My stepfather, my parents are both remarried, and I destroyed all those relationships, and through Jesus Christ, they've all been restored. I came here initially because I wanted to get off heroin, and I found out that there was a whole lot more that I needed to work on. I had a heart condition and a thinking problem. And through this time in Ohio Valley Teen Challenge, the layers of callousness of my heart has been peeled back, and finally starting to reveal the man that I was always called to be.
Since coming here, he's become very more real to me. Growing up, I was always in church, but he was kind of like Santa Claus, just kind of out there. And I would ask him for things, but when things came, I never thanked him. And I never really had a true personal relationship with him. It was just a figure that I knew of, but I didn't really know in my heart. He's restored my family, my relationship with my mother, and my brother. And I always set a bad example for my brother of what not to do. And I'm hoping to be set a good example of what he can do and what's possible through Christ.
Truth is God is a God of restoration. In 1 Peter 5:10 says, "And after you have suffered a little while, the God of all grace will Himself restore you and make you strong, firm, and steadfast." For about 6 years, I was suffering in drug addiction and an identity crisis. I didn't know who I was, or where I was trying to go to. But it wasn't until I turned it over to God that I was truly going to be able to be restored. Psychiatrists tried to restore me, psychologists, doctors, pastors. It wasn't until God restored me and I allowed Him in my heart that I was truly restored. Amen.
okay. Hallelujah.
Well, after Hollow Valley Teen Challenge, I plan on getting married to my fiance. We reconciled our relationship through the program, you know, because I was living crazy and wild, and she didn't want that around my stepkids, and I'm just appreciative to that opportunity again, because now I can show her, the kids and her, how to be a godly man, to lead a family, and that's all I really ever wanted to do. And now I can be a great example for them and show them how a Christian household is supposed to run.
Well, me and my advisor, Brother Phil, have put together a nice-looking resume, and we're just starting to send it out. And I definitely have plans to go through some education and stuff like that. My prior experience was in culinary and construction, and I'm not really sure as to where I'm gonna be, but I know one thing, and I just want God to be a part of whatever it is that I'm called. So whether it's being a chef or pursuing a career of construction, I definitely know that Jesus Christ is going to be 100% college.
I know first and foremost that I need to put on the full armor of God, because before anything else, I need to be ready to take a swing back out there. I'm going to be grounded in church. I'll be working with my brother coming out of here, and I'm just going to try to be a light in a dark world. And it says, don't always, if you preach the gospel, you don't only use words when you have to.
Jesus said, truly, you must be born again to enter the kingdom of heaven. Amen. You will know the truth, and the truth will set you free.
Listen to me, yes. Keep me in position, Lord, that I